Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. This is John from Cloud Tech Insights. Today we're going to start a new series of videos based on Amazon Bedrock, and we'll be focusing in this session on the introduction, going through the console, exploring the console, see what are the samples available, etc. We'll also explore some of the foundation model, what are the different use cases that you can use Bedrock for. And before we get into the demo, I just want to say, hey viewers, if you like my videos, if you want to keep updated on those videos, please subscribe my channel. That is more of an encouragement for me. And I can also build some of these exclusive videos on Bedrock and the latest updates on Amazon. With that, let's get to the demo. So this is the console for Amazon Bedrock. And one thing to keep in mind before starting some of these exploration on Bedrock, understand the cost associated with it. Some of them are like a free tier for certain aspect, but some of them are paid options. So before starting, you also have to understand that you have to request access to the certain models. So in this console, towards the left side, you can see an option called model access. So it gives you a list of models and you can request access to the certain models, but again keep in mind there's a cost associated with each models, and you can see the different foundation models available here, and you can there is an option to access provide and manage access to these models, and the access status will tell you what models you have access to, what model you can request access to, etc. So to get started, let's go to the overview page. In the overview page, they show the different companies that offer the LLM models. We have the AI 21 Labs, which offers different LLM model. We have the Amazon, the Titan, Amazon's version of the LLM is also available. Claude by Anthropic is available as a foundation model. And there are a couple of other models from Cohere, Llama, Meta, and the Stable Diffusion model is also available. There are also playgrounds available on Amazon Bedrock console where you can just play with the chat. You can also play with the text. The difference between chat and text is that chat is more contextual. It's just like you having a conversation with the LLM. It remembers some of those concepts, and some of them are more tuned to provide text-based content, narratives, content generation, or summarization. So there are like different use cases that you can play with. So understand what's the use case clearly before picking and choosing the model. And then you have an option to generate images. So this is another use case. So if you use case involved in generating images and content, this is another area that you can play with. So let's explore one of the playground here. So this is the chat playground. And in this playground, in order to proceed, you have to pick and choose the model. So you can pick from Amazon AI 21 Lab, and I have only requested for few access. So let's pick Llama 13B and see how this chat playground works. And you can see the different configurations. The temperature is where you can set those temperature information. Based on the temperature, you can get the different kind of response. The higher the temperature, then the response become more hallucinated. So make sure that some of those informations are taken care before starting the playground so that you can get the right results. So let's start with something. I would say how to set up working table to do carpentry. Fix this carpentry work. Let's see what's the response. There you go. It provides step-by-step instruction. There you go. You can see some of those information. That is good to know. Let's see if I increase the temperature by 1, let me ask the same question. I want to see how different is the answer when the pretty much the same. I'm looking at difference. It's pretty much the same. So I think you can see probably for a different response, you can see completely hallucinating or adding additional information, which is probably not factual. Any information that is generated from these models have to be fact checked before presenting it to the public. So this is one area that you can play with. And similarly, you can go to the playground. So let's pick the image playground. Let's see what they have here. Image. I haven't requested access to the image model. So let me see if I can get an access to one of the stable diffusion model available to request. Let me see a request for the lowest model. So now we have access to the one of the stability AI models. So going back to the playground, which is under overview, page playground, select the model, just pick this, and then I'm gonna generate an image with sunset and coconut trees, no one around, just you sipping a drink. Let's see what it generates. So it takes few seconds. It's going through the Bedrock API and then generate an image. Look at that. So this is something that it generated. So this, you can play with this playground and see what is the best tuning configuration. You can always play with the seed, the generation step, all these information to get the best results. And once you figure out what is the best model and what is the response that you're looking for, you can always come back and then build those APIs and agents around it into a full-fledged application. This is good. Moving on to the examples section, which has different examples and different use cases they have used the models for. So for example, the Titan Text G1, it's the use case they have used is around the meeting transcript. So if there's a meeting between two person here, then they can summarize it and pick up these action items. So that can be used. So this can be used for building applications, integrating with some of those meeting software to generate insights, the tone of the meeting, how did meeting go, what are the action insights, etc. And then comes the chain of thought option, where it's the Llama 2 13b is for 13 chain of thought, where you can keep on asking the question in a sequential manner and get more better answer out of the LLM model. Or if you want to brainstorm with the LLM model on your some of the innovative ideas, you can keep on brainstorming with the model, etc. So there are like different options, like 13b and 70b can be used for the chain of thought option. And there are like Claude models, which can be used for character role play. You can say, hey, if you are a certain career coach or a certain officer or certain interviewer, how would you respond to certain questions, or what the questions you would ask? The better the context and the better the prompt that you give, the better information that you get out of the model. So there are many options here. You can explore this examples. This is so helpful understanding what models are better for different use cases. This is a good information page. Again, this is the page where they talk about the providers. You can have AI 21 Labs. Even Amazon has their own text generation option for using Amazon Titan. Always request access right here. And we have Anthropic. They have a collaboration with Anthropic. They invested in a lot in Anthropic. So that's all. Their models are also available here. Cohere is also available. Cohere is pretty good with the product description. This is one use case a lot of industry would like. Looking at the picture, generate a product descriptions. So different models are tuned to get the different or meet the different use case requirements for the industry. We have, of course, the meta model can be used for debugging code, chain of thought, the few shot learning, some of those informations, and we have different parameters options available based on model and the size of the parameter. The cost will vary. So this is the providers page, and this provides the base model, some of those information here. You can just pick and choose a model and open a playground and test it out and see what model works for your use case better. So this will be quickly let you know certain model works, and we can pick those models and give it a shot. And there's an option to build a custom model. You can train the existing models, provide the training data, and then the corresponding model will be trained more to handle your benefits. The reason for the training a model or LLM model is because it can pretty much answer majority of your questions, but if there is certain questions which is focused the way that it want to respond to your customers or the way you want to respond to your users, that is where the training comes into picture. It's not the content. The content can be always gathered using the knowledge base, which I'll talk a little later. Whether you can provide like hundreds and thousands of documents, and the model can store it into a vector store and hit the vector store whenever there's a question asked regarding the documents or questions. But it's the way that you want the model to respond, not how or what to respond. It's more how how you want the model to respond. That's where the training comes into picture. So let's say if you're a firm who has like 5 years of real human chat with their customer data, and if you have like a 5-star review chats, you can pick those chats and feed into any of these models, and then you will get a custom response. The way I would say how is handled by training the model. So this is something that we can come back, and I'll definitely create a video just on how to train the Bedrock foundation models. Again, next comes to the playground. You can pick the model, play with the playgrounds, text, chat, images, etc. Everything is available here. And this is where the knowledge base comes into picture. This is where you, if you have a bunch of documents that it can refer to, so that it can reduce the hallucination. In such situation, you can provide like a PDFs or documents or emails. You can throw it into the S3 location, and then the knowledge, it can create a knowledge base around it, and it can be stored in a vector store. So if there is a question asked on like what's your refund policy looks like, it can always hit the database or the knowledge base and get the information and provide the customer the info. And the next comes the agent. This is an interesting piece, the Bedrock agents. So you can create an agent using a Lambda. Agent is any application that can do an external job for the LLM model, and you can create pretty much agent on Lambda and provide the context to the LLM model, so that if they have any questions, like let's say your LLM model is handling the use case called travel booking, and if the customer asks, hey, I want to book a ticket for this day or this location for a certain number of days and certain hotels, that's when the agent comes into picture. So this agent will go hit the API for booking those travel, or like looking up some of the information to the knowledge base, etc. So this is where the agent comes into picture. We will talk more about the agents in the future. And then comes the model evaluation. This is a very, in the preview phase, you can create an evaluation job, whereas you can say, hey, you hit the model with certain questions and it responds, and you want to make sure those response is evaluated properly, so that you are protecting your customer base. If you are exposing this model to a user or a customer, you want to make sure this information that the model provides is accurate and it's not deviating from your core expected behavior. Especially when you have a custom model, when you're providing so much of information, you better evaluate those model over a period of time, so that you can maintain your customer relationship properly. So this is something very new. Again, I will make a video on this as well. And then comes the provision throughput. So if there is a throughput requirement, latency requirement or throughput requirement that you have, you can always purchase throughput. I think it's available through a certain commitment interval, so we can talk about it more. And then comes the model access, where you can request access to some of these models. So be extremely careful when you have a lot of users coming into the AWS console. You ensure that some of these model access granted are very carefully provided to the user, or else you will incur a lot of cost triggering some of these models. So this is pretty much it. I will start with some of the simple applications, how to connect to the foundation models through Boto 3 options in the next few videos, and then how to build some of the agents, how to build some of the knowledge base. So I'll be working on some of these videos in the next couple of weeks, especially around the agents, knowledge base. Also talk about how to interact with the Bedrock agents using Boto 3 APIs. And stay tuned. Stay tuned for more videos. Please subscribe my channel. I will create more videos, and latest updates. Click the bell icon so that you can be informed with the latest updates on my channel. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for watching the video. Thank you. Bye.